All right. Shalom, shalom. Giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Bahashem
Bahashem,
Yahushai.
Yahushai, Bahashem, and Kakodash. All right. Through the strength and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, we come to you. All right. Now, before we start the lesson, I like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. All right, for teaching me this truth. And double honors to you, Akim, you brothers out there preaching this truth. Um, with sincerity and with love in your hearts, all right, for the love of the gospel. Now, me and my father were watching documentaries about how Esau does experiments, all right. The government officials does experiments under the order of the higher elites,
CIA,
all right.
Central Intelligence Agency.
Yeah,
As far as back as I think that was like 30 something in the 30s, 1930s.
Yeah, how these government officials still they do tests. They test on human subjects, you know, experiments and shit. Particularly the Project MK Ultra.
Mm-hmm.
You know, dealing with mind control. All right, and these government officials does these tests. All right, based off the orders of the higher elites, which in the scriptures is known as the Chaldeans.
Right.
All right, because the Chaldeans was considered the wise, all right, of the nation of Babylon. They were considered the wise men, and if you go back into your history of Babylon, the Chaldeans was known for wickedness. All right, when I say wickedness, I mean sorcery. Like they were known for conjuring spirits, you know, and doing wicked acts, you know, high levels of witchcraft. That's what I mean by wicked acts. You know, not just going off from the Heavenly Father, but actually doing sorcery. All right, all right, left hand magic, like they did in Egypt. Chaldeans was known for that as well. When you go into the Babylonian Empire, you know.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
And really all the nations was doing wickedness, but like my son was saying, the heathen Esau is like this is his time to rule, so he's taking on the custom of all other nations, all comers, you know. So all that wickedness falls upon him. All right, this is our last captivity. All right, and he's known, like I said, to take the images of all other cultures. Even his money system is adopted by Egypt, by Egypt. Okay, because Egypt was in a lot of necrophilia. Um, um, what else? The experimentation of taking out organs, body organs, which Esau is real big on.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say putting together animals and men.
Yeah, animal parts. Yeah. Matter of fact, they used to a long time ago when you used to get a cut, they actually used to use a cat gut to actually mend you up.
That's those some idols, man.
Yeah, and even back with the barber sign, you know, that's a sign of bloodletting, and the Egyptians was heavily known for that, man. Right, and still to this day, you go to the barber sign, they have that little twirling bar, you know, in front of the barber salon. And I bet you most niggas don't even know what that means, man.
Yeah.
You know.
But I got that Jeremiah 49.
Yeah, I got it. This is Jeremiah 49. I'm starting 15. He said, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised all among men." Which that's happening now, man. All other nations, man, is hates America, man. They're starting to develop a hatred for this place.
It's if I can, it says, "I will make thee small among the heathen." All right, we read the next chapter over, Jeremiah 50. It says, "How's the the hammer of the earth cut asunder?"
That's right.
You know, how's the golden city cease? You know, how have the oppressors cease? And it says, "I'll make thee small among the heathen." So it's in the book of Joel, it says, has thou become as weak as we?"
That's right.
You know, so the Lord's going to make the power structure of America small among all the heathens on the face of the earth.
Yeah, well, he already did it.
Yeah,
because what is Russia has that missile
Well, to the naked, to the if you watching,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
But because there's people out here still believing that because America still holds the status of the most powerful nation on the face of the earth, which it did in the past.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it does not. And people still, but in the scriptures it say, I will make these small among the heathen and despised among men. All right, when you read the next chapter over, it says Jeremiah 51. It says the nation have drunk of the wine of her fornication.
Right.
They have drunken of her wine and are mad. That's the doctrine and the democracy. All right.
That's right.
These other nations have drunken the wine of America, and now they're mad. That's why it says, I make these small among the heathen and despised among men. So now all these nations despise America for the for the things that they adopted by her.
Yeah.
You know?
And another reason they despise it because they want her gone. They want her out of the way. The other nations are drunk too because China thinks they're going to be the next superpower.
That's
that's that same deception that the Yahweh Shah has them up under.
Yeah, that's that Psalms 2. It says, why does the heathen rage and the people imagine the vain thing?
That's right. All right, verse 16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee. And that documentary, matter of fact, I'm going to try to post that.
You can post it in the description.
Yeah, we're going to post it in the description because that documentary was heavy, man. It was like, I almost think it was like 3 hours long.
3 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, and it was showing that they went out as far back as how because everything that used to happen, they actually just used that as an experiment. Okay, oh wow, well people are depressed. Wow, we got to go into their brains. Okay, people are coming back from the war and they're not happy. He even used when the race riots came. They used the race riots and they said, well, man, these people are rioting. They're in a deprived state. They're in a psychosis state. We have to experiment on them.
Yeah.
Serial killers, people that did sexual deviance, man. They did experiments on everybody. Anything in the name of that happened, they wanted to do experiments on. It was just to do something.
It was a purpose behind it, man. Them higher elites wanted to know how to control the human body.
Yeah.
Them higher elites they really desperately wanted to find out how to do that because why? They want to be like God.
That's right. We was just saying that because this society was actually started because, like I said, Job 9:24, the earth is given over to the hand of the wicked. So he has to be, for him not to play God, he has to know that Yahweh Shah lets him tinker with everything, man. We're in the valley of the shadow of death, man. All right, so we're up under his rule, so he can kill as many people as he wants. Yeah. This is his kingdom. So he can experiment on, and there was thousands of people they were experimenting on. Look, and Jake was part of all of that. The Syphilis Project, the Tuskegee Project. That's what it was called. Mm-hmm. All right, and so that's why this reads Jeremiah 49:16. He said, "Thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks." Which that's why we know that's Esau, man.
Yep. It says thy terribleness have deceived thee, and thine pride of thine heart.
That's right.
Because you thought, they said their inward thought is their kingdom shall last forever. That high minded thought, their thinking process is what deceives you. Their terribleness. Because it said all praise belongs to the Lord. How you gonna have in your mind that your kingdom gonna last forever through your rule because of you? If your kingdom lasts forever, it is the Lord who allowed it to last forever.
That's right.
That's being proud, man. And so that the pride of thine heart and thine terribleness have deceived thee. In the book of Job it says, thine wickedness shall fall upon thy own head. Mm-hmm. And in the book of Psalms, the 9th chapter, it says, they are snared in the trap that which they have made, which really the Lord caused you to make it. The Lord had you make your trap with your hands. All right, the Lord had that thought in your head that you can make a trap, to make a pit, which when you go into the word pit, it means system. So you came up with this system and you're going to be snared by the same system which you made. It's talking about the elites. All right, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers,
That's right. He said the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, through though thou he said, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord.
They make their nest as high as the eagle. They messing around in space. They have these satellites.
Yeah.
They actually have a hotel in space.
Yeah. Hotel. Hey, and about to do space travel. You building fucking skyscrapers. You know, everybody's trying to get the world's tallest building. What is that? The Khalid Tower?
In Dubai.
Dubai, yeah, in Dubai. I forgot how tall it is.
Oh, it's this tall. I think it's the leading skyscraper.
Yeah,
in
it's
the world.
leading. Right. Okay. And yeah, so and Yahushua is gonna bring you down. He said, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord.
Yeah.
All right. So it's gonna be by Yahushua's might, man. That's why we don't put no effort in none of this. I just was with my cousin earlier today, and he he does a little work for this little side job, man. But it's a church, and he calls himself, he's supposed to be, he knows he's Israelite. So when I went there with him, I said, well, and he came out, yeah, man. I went to my job. I guess he went to go get his check. And he was on social media, and he got back to the pastor. He was bashing Christmas or something. So he told me he went into the dude's office, and the dude confronted him about it. He said, yeah, we can't. He got back to him. So my cousin said, he was like, okay, so what? Because he works for the guy, but he also does this outreach and all this mess for the youth. They find youth and so I asked him. I said, well, why are you doing that? What the fuck are you doing? He said, oh man, I need to pick up another job, and I thought it was kind of cool. I said, look, man, these little niggas out here is niggas. I said, I don't give a fuck if you give them a job, dust them off, give them a car and an apartment, they still gonna be fucking niggas, man. I said, that ain't your job, man. I said, that's why you need to come out with us, because he knows he's Israelite, man, but he goes to Israel and Jesus. So, I break bread with him sometimes, man. But like I told him, I said, look, man, we off that. I said, I don't be running around trying to battle with people, man. I mean, fuck these niggas, man.
Yeah, some people find joy in strife of words.
Trying to battle with somebody. I said, man, them days over with, man. We about to be up out of here. It's no political. I always say this. It's no political solution to a spiritual problem. America has a spiritual problem, man. So no matter of what you gonna do out here, going to help who or deliver 100,000 meals to the homeless is gonna do any good, man. You all right? The prophets is the only one that's the spiritual healers, man. Yeah. And we're healing our people spiritually, man, with this truth, man. Because that's how they sick. They're not sick from hunger. They're sick from hunger. It's like it. They sick from hunger of the truth. And the ones that is for it, they're marked to get it, man. Everybody else, man, hey, man, so be it, man. Die to death. Okay, you got something?
Yeah, I got something. Talking about going back to the MK Ultra, man. Psalm 64. And whatever comes to mind, probably can go ahead and pull up, intersect whenever you want to. This is I'm gonna get most of the chapter, and then Psalm 64. I started 1. All right, this is Psalm 64, 1 going down. All right, it says, "Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy." And that's what we're praying, man. Preserve our life from fear of the enemy, because we have to remind ourselves constantly that we're still in this flesh. Although we might be mighty, all right, although we might have the Lord on our side, we're still in this flesh, and we do get scared, and sometimes the right shift can fear you. But we have to understand that the Lord controls all things. So the Lord, King David is saying, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. So preserve me, Lord, from the fear of the enemy. Have me fear you more than I fear the enemy. Because the book of Matthew says, fear not him that can destroy the body, but fear him which can destroy the body and the soul also in hell. All right, so we wanna feel Yahweh Shem Yahshua above above everything, you know. So verse 2 says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked," and that's the secret counsel, man. These things, the things that they do in the secret and they put in the public. All right, like my father was talking about microwaves, how microwaves destroyed the body. Yeah, in the ancient world, microwaves are something newly created. You know, just touching on this topic, microwaves are something newly created. Back in the ancient world, you heat your food up by a fire, by a flame.
Right.
You know, that actually cleanses your food. Now you put your food in the microwave and it heats up in 30 seconds.
Well, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that microwave is by nuclear energy. So when you heating that food up, you're taking all those you're taking on those particles.
They use micro.
They use micro. Those micro.
They use micro radiation.
Micro radiation particles are in the food. Okay, so when you're eating that food, everything is basically, because I didn't mention about the microwave. We was watching the documentary because they had a project called the Microwave Project, where they were stimulating these people's brains, and from them experiments is how the microwave came into existence. Why? Because they wanted to. Because those experiments they was conducting, they was just conducted on a few people, a few hundreds, maybe thousands. But anyway, they had to come up with a way to mass produce it too, so they can give it to the public. And how did they do that? They created the microwave. It says now we're going to give radiation to the whole world. Okay, and it's only a little through a little well, it's only been recent. People have basically stopped. I've been noticing for the last, well, I know since we've been in the truth, we stopped using. We started heating our food up in the ovens. You know, they have need to do this, man, because they mass experiment on the whole world, man. That's what the chemtrails and stuff is all about. You know. Go ahead.
It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who wet their tongue, all right, like a sword." Let's go into that word, wet.
Okay, what's that?
Psalm 64:3. Okay. Who WHET, who wet. I'm gonna go to that in my sword. Who wet their tongues. All right, I want to see what that word wet means.
You get it?
Yeah. Okay. Psalms 64:3. All right, Hebrew word sha'an, sharpen. All right, sometimes when you wet a blade, when you sharpen a blade, you gotta wet it. You know, with oil.
You wet the stone.
You wet
to get an edge on it.
Exactly. Unless you got a millstone that you just rotating. But right. I know when you sharpen a Japanese katana, you wet the sword and then you sharpen it on the stone. You move the blade and the stone stays. You know, but it says to pierce, intensively, to pierce, figuratively, to encolate, prick, sharp, teach, wet. Diligently. All right, wet their swords. So when you wet your swords, you sharpen them. Who wet their tongue like a sword. All right, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. All right, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. And who is the perfect, man? The Lord's people, the Lord's elect. More directly. All right. Suddenly they do shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. See, they encourage themselves in these evil manners. They commune of lying snares privily. They say, who seeth them? So they commune of lying snares privily. Privily means privately, secretly. They commune together of lying snares. Snares means traps. They commune together of lying traps, all right, privately and secretly, and say, who seeth us? Who seeth us when we do these things? Thinking that the Lord is not watching them, man. The Lord said, my eyes and my ears are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. My eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both inward thought of every one of them. The heart is deep. because when my father said that these things go back to the 1930s and it's still present today, when the effects are still happening today, that's a deep thought, man. When you plan something 100 years ago,
Yeah.
that's a deep thought. You know, they do a diligent search.
Yeah.
That's what all those experiments is about, those diligent searches.
Yeah.
It says, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. Hey, that's the Jeremiah that he was going into, man.
Right. Hey, and that also, you know, and it's also a point too, because that's how you know that Satan gets his Esau gets his information from the left hand side, because even before the MK Ultra, through imagery, Esau was and all the other nations, man, through imagery. Well, no, just Esau through in his imagery. You know, because even in the documentary they said that you can retrain the brain by them putting up the Cesare Borgia, Serapis Christos, and putting those images up, man, and just beating out people and perpetuating them into seeing this image, man. It changes their behavioral pattern. All right, you can't tell, you know, Jake now, you know, he don't care that the Lord is black or what color. He don't care. Oh man, God, the Lord loves everybody. He didn't beat that in. He didn't beat that into Jake so much, man. That's a controversial thing, man. Jake is matter of fact, what did the dude say? He said through deprivation it'll drive a man, even nonsense will make sense to him.
Nonsense would be believable.
Would be believable. So that's like that's nonsense to us. That's in the truth. It's nonsense for us to think that Esau can't make it. You know, he's not. This is the devil, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's nonsense to say, because we're positioned as the sane men of this world now, because the world is going way backwards, man. You know,
if you are if you're supposed to reap what you sow. All right, who so do evil, so evil.
Yeah.
All right, how is Esau ever gonna make it?
How's he going? Yeah.
How can he ever atone for all of that?
Yeah, because see,
somebody he ain't even got the birthright.
Yeah, because somebody has to be wrong. Now, if we preaching and it's not, because his way done already went forth. He done already put forth the lie. You know, so now we're coming with the truth. So one of he can't hide the truth, and we got the truth. You know what I'm saying? Now, what he preaches has already been preached out there. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
And the Lord didn't come back yet.
The Lord ain't came back yet, so obviously that's not the truth.
See, that's another reason he tried to play God. He put that throughout the earth himself.
Yeah.
Let me put my doctrine throughout the earth.
First.
All right?
Yeah. And matter of fact, it's in the scriptures. It says what? What did it say? Some of this world doeth already work.
The mystery of iniquity.
That's in the scriptures.
That's son of perdition, son of destruction.
So and that was talking about basically Satan. But Satan was already putting that thought in Esau back then, because what in Maccabees they had already degraded the temple, had them eating pork, you know, worshiping their gods back then. So the spirit of iniquity doeth already. It was working back then, man. Mm-hmm. So all of this could come into fruition, man. And them doing the MK Ultra and all of that, man. That, like I said, there's nothing new up under the sun. Yeah. You know, a lot of technology that they have now, it was thought about, but it had to come to a certain time for them to be able to put it into action, man. You know.
Let me get this one, because all of that is gonna fall upon themselves. Verse 8, it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of Yahweh, and they shall wisely consider his doing. Because after the Esau falls, everyone gonna know. So the Lord was doing all of this. Everybody gonna know. It's going to be a known thing throughout the world. All right. It says, verse 10: the righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. You got something?
Well, yeah, because also in the documentary they were saying that the works, you know, they kept doing the same works, and they were picking up the works of because they had mentors, and they would pick up when one guy died, they would pick that mentor's work up and continue on with it. Okay, so and here's this is a addition to Esther 13:1. This is a letter for 13. A letter for Artaxerxes. Yeah, he said the copy of the letters was this: the great King Artaxerxes written these things to the prince and governors that are under him for India and to Ethiopia in 170 and 20 provinces. Right? So that order when a king puts out an order, man, he sends it's like a decree. When he sends it out, he wants those provinces, and provinces is cities and areas. He wants that to be carried out. And that's how when they showed the map and all of these different institutions that was doing these experiments all over the world. That was because they want that thing they want it to spread. Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead. You got something?
That was it. No.
Yeah, that was it.
I ain't had nothing.
Well, okay. This is Well, I can keep going. This is chapter 2. He said, after that, I became Lord over many nations and had dominion over the whole world, not lifted up with presumptions of my authority. He said, but carrying myself always with equity and madness and mildness, I propose to settle my subjects continually in a quiet life, and make my kingdoms peaceable and open for passages to the othermost coast, to renew peace, which is desire of all men. Okay, but well, like I said, Esau he don't have peace, but he wanted his I'm gonna say his reign of terror, because the scripture said at the beginning that his terribleness was deceiving. His reign of terror, he wanted it to go throughout America, and that's what he did, man. He did it through, like I said, and the CIA is what, Central Intelligence Agency. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he did it on the soldiers, he did on citizens, and even after the army, they were experimenting with the drugs, you know. And the scripture in Ezekiel said what, through his traffic, he has gained much riches through his traffic, and the drugs is one of the main products. Yep. That was showed in that documentary, man. Okay, because the LSD, which is all mind control, man. Okay, Slacky. I'm glad we didn't put it on my phone. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah. We hope you got brothers was edified, man. That documentary was pretty edifying, man. I'm gonna have my son to put it on the link. It's pretty long, but it was edifying. All right. With that, we're gonna give our double honors to the elder apostle Jim S., in whom the truth resides. Peace and blessings be among you brothers that's preaching this truth for the love of the gospel and risking your lives. Also, salutations to you, Aquath, and blessings that's listening and learning in this truth silently. All right. We give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'akathah Yahweh, Ba'akathah Yahweh Shah, Ba'akathah Yahweh, Ba'akathah Yahweh Shah.
Always. Until next time, I say shalom.
Hello.